Episode number 16.
You got to do the voice, Corey.
You got
to do the voice. He knows which one I'm talking about. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Corey and MC Live. This is episode 16, as Corey was just saying right there. Corey, how you doing today?
I am okay. Making it through the week. We've been busy. A lot of stuff just happening both at work and outside of work. So yeah, but I'm excited for this live stream. I'm excited to get to see the chat, get to talk to you, kind of switch gears for things for a little bit. And we got a lot of really cool things to talk about, right?
Oh, yeah, we got tons to cover today. Thanks so much for joining us today. And as always, we have our mods in the chat. We have Josh, we have OMW. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in and helping out with the chat today. And as always, you can win something just by being here and hanging out and commenting and involved yourself, you know, and giving us your feedback and thoughts in the chat. 2 lucky people will win a VeVe digital collectible or comic in the chat. Just for being here and hanging out today. And we have lots of announcements to do today, lots of things that you've already know, some things you don't know, and we're going to have some fun with that. We're going to cover the VeVeVerse, the villas.
Yeah, super cool, right?
Yeah, we got Gambit, we got some of the other drops coming up, and we do have a special tribute towards the end of the video, so please stick around for that. It's very important for us and the whole community. But Corey, we should just get right into this because, I mean,
you got a lot to cover, a lot of ground.
Yeah. Before I even show anything on screen, before we even bring anything up, I mean, I just want to get your just quick thoughts on the VeVeVerse. Well, we're going to get into it, okay? But just as opening, like, Corey, have you not seen the most incredible builds, like, and just stuff out there right now on our social
media? Yeah, it's like the best, actually, because it's breathing life into a lot of collectibles, like when it comes down to it. And it's cool getting to see people design and share and interact like in a different way. The showrooms that we've had in the app I've always enjoyed the showroom, even whenever I was, you know, just a collector myself. Yeah, I always thought that was like a cool feature. But to be honest, like the AR space where you could like build your showroom like in an open space and then like group it and then place it, that was always really complex for me. It was like kind of like a complicated process. And since I've played video games forever, like the VeVeVerse is just like the easiest way to, you know, just throw your stuff together, invite people over, put up cool lights. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. A lot of creativity. A lot of people are doing things I'd never would have thought to do, which is also really cool.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's so amazing, everybody. That's kind of the thing, you know, we give you the tools and everybody is just doing what they're going to do. And we are going to have some fun contests and stuff, you know, next week about, you know, VeVeVerse builds just for fun, just start sharing the love around. We do have our other contest, though, that I want to bring up now as we get into our content for the day. But we do actually have our actual VeVe feed contest that we have every week. And the new one just launched, you know, earlier today. So, you know, this is on the app. This is in the feed. This is the one we've been loving for the last bunch of weeks. We've had so many amazing, like, you know, contributions and like creations and designs, and people have won really cool prizes, and it's just a great fun. And we're going to do, like I said, the similar thing, you know, next week. You'll stay tuned for what we'll do with the VeVeVerse content as well, just to add another fun layer, because we really want to explore and share about everybody's creativity. It's so cool. But here's the latest one right here. I keep pointing over there, but here's the latest one over here, Corey. We'll get into it right now with some of these amazing stuff. So this is open for a few days. And congrats to last week's winners, of course. But check it out right here, CFS. We know this. This is Chris.
I love it. He loves Daredevil. Him and I are both huge Matt Murdock Daredevil fans. And then we've got, you know, the new Daredevil show coming, which looks to be, they're kind of like revisiting sort of that grittier original Netflix series, season 1. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm super excited. I've been a huge like street level hero fan, but just Daredevil in general. Like I've always thought was like a super, super cool character.
100%.
Huge Charlie Cox fan too.
He's got a couple of the VeVe comics in there too. Look at that Silver Age down there in the beginning. I don't know what issue that is, but you know, Chris loves it.
I think I have that comic on my shelf right behind. Nope, I don't got that one.
You don't got
that
one?
Somewhere. I have those comics. I was just curious if I had them behind me.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Well, that's Chris's right there, which is really fantastic. And then look, we got Joy 1970 with a classic Superman entry. I love this.
Classic. That's the best word for it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Nice and clean and beautiful, of course, you know, soups. And soups in the VeVeVerse. Flying high right there. Of course, then we got Presto 7. Check this out. A little royal aspect right here. A little kind of castle-y royal aspect right here.
Fancy.
Yeah, very cool right there. Remember,
Where
you
is
can
that?
vote. Yeah, actually, that's a really good question.
Does anyone in chat know where that is?
Isn't that your house, Corey? Isn't that
Yeah, I wish. No, I don't wish. I like my house being nestled in the middle of nothing. Like that's a big target right there. Into world type stuff.
Yeah, that's super cool right there. And then we got Chucker 6 right here with the beautiful you know, that's Connor, I believe, right? So
yeah, it's really an appropriate picture because this game was set during that period of America being discovered in the Revolutionary War era.
Yeah.
And so this is really, really smart framing, like a really good subject for background.
The flag right behind him with the little, like, you know, the sun in there. It's actually perfect. If you're just joining us, because I know people are coming in right here, we're just going over the VeVe feed entries for this week on our X page, which you can vote for. If you vote for one, just, you know, just sharing the one that you think is the best. And share, you know, if you think others are the best, mention them as well. It's all fun. And you can have a chance to win a VeVe digital collectible or a comic. 2 of the voters will win. And of course, we have the first place winner with the most, you know, mentions on our on the live, you know, on the X feed there. And this, you know, the runner up. We've actually had some ties lately. We're both
really,
yeah. We've had runner up ties last week, and we've had first place ties. So if that happens, you know. We want to make sure everybody gets their stuff.
What happens if there's a tie? Do they have to like fight to the death? Like, is there a like you put your best collectible against their best collectible, and then everyone votes on which collectible would be victorious in a mud wrestling match? Like, how does that work? Like, what's
we actually you know, invite them into the VeVeVerse, and we actually have them duke it out with you know, the punching collectible there. You know, that one the. So that's pretty cool right there. And then we got Stacks ROI right here with look at the Amazing Fantasy back there. What's going on with that? But look at the Punisher.
That's your favorite. We know, Aaron. It is your favorite.
I know. What can I tell you? It's like on my wall behind me somewhere. Yeah, like right over my right there. You gotta love it. That's actually a really cool scene too, because it's like in a nice kind of like a little alleyway there. Look, there's some like there's some different kind of like brand stuff going on. The Star Wars.
Where does those come from?
Yeah, what's this up here? Is that's Thundercats up here?
Yeah, Thundercats. Oh, come on, man.
Which, by the way, we will cover the VeVe Comics release. The Thundercats 13 is out. Very cool cover, right? So here's another entry from Name Coast right here. Look at all the Stan Lee love.
That's really nice. I love that composition.
Yep, Stan Lee in the background. Actually, I have that one, the multi-head print one. You know, the digital collectible of that.
Yeah, I have some of the physicals. I did some like physical giveaways just on my normal X page, like every week, of some of the signed prints. Because remember, whenever we did that, when was that, Aaron? Whenever we did that Stan Lee collaboration, and it was the jackets. Remember,
in San Diego Comic-Con last summer, and that's when I believe everything popped out right there. We do have a special guest who is joining us. Check this out right here. Where is he? Right here. Is he here? Where is he? Oh, we got to add an extra spot for Mr. Ben Rose. How you doing?
How's it going, Ben? Let's unmute you. Here, we'll click this. Or maybe you have to unmute yourself. I'm not sure.
Oh, still can't hear you. Technical glitch.
It's not a live stream if there isn't a technical glitch.
How's that? He's working on it.
Check the audio source. But yeah, that was like a San Diego, and that was our first booth. I think, was that the first one you and I worked together? Maybe
that was actually, yeah. You might have to, hey Ben, just, you know, you might have to drop back down, come out, come back in, and we'll get you. But check this out right here. So yeah, that was the first what do you call that was San Diego Comic-Con where they did that and had all the jackets there and everything. Mm-hmm. So pretty amazing. So we got to love that one. Let's go to the next one. We got VeVe Wheels. Look at this. Oh God, how cute are those, right? Did you get the any of the Hazard Audio? Like, I love the box right there under did you get the special edition?
I didn't. I did spend a lot of time looking at them and doing different exports and trying different things out of Unity. for us to have different outputs for it. But I think by the time, is it still available? Is that still available?
Yeah.
I'll probably go scoop some then.
Yeah, it's dwindling down though. I got to tell you that much. The phygital aspect of that is super cool.
What is it? 30?
30 yeah, physical? I believe it's 30. So that's like, that's people are really enjoying that for sure. And let us know what you think, everybody, about that. But the physical, very cool to do that with these right here. But anyway, that's a beautiful one right there. Good job on that one. And then of course we got Fracas 44. Look at that. Another kind of like, kind of like at a beautiful kind of, I don't have these kind of monuments in my backyard. I would love to have this kind of thing.
I just got trees in my backyard. But
that's beautiful too.
Beautiful. Where is that, you think?
Well, it could be somewhere in France. I'm just guessing by the words.
Pavilion.
Yeah.
Fleuret.
Let us know. Let us know if you know in the chat, but a very good composition. Very nicely done. Of course, with the Dragon Girl. And then Alex TT, look at this one right here. And I actually know where this is. This is close to where I live. That's our capital city in my province, my state, so to speak. And that's Alex TT right there with the Lambo.
Nice.
Yeah, that's at night. Here he is. Let's see.
Is it third time is the charm?
How's that?
Hey!
Oh!
Welcome officially, Ben.
What I was trying to say 100 times was you said Thundercats ho, and so I couldn't resist.
It was like a call. Your ears perked up. You're like, wait a minute, someone needs help.
Yeah, for sure. How are you doing today? Just as we're going through the VeVe feed stuff here, you having a good morning so far, or a good?
Really good. Yeah, really good. Here in my IRL villa, but I'm excited about the villas that are popping up in the VeVeVerse now.
Oh yeah, we're going to cover that in just a little bit here, and super amazing. So that's Alex T's entry right there. Then we got Jeffro73 in the VeVe feed. Nice. Look at the drama there. The drama.
It's funny. I love that. Like that's beautiful composition, right? Perfectly centered, nice foreground shot. Do you think that's a real shot? Jeffro, are you in chat? Is that a real shot, or is this you placed it like using a green screen? Because that looks so good it could be green screen, to be honest.
I know, right? Look at the shadowing too.
The lighting looks so natural, right? It just looks real.
Yeah, like it's cosplay. It's actually himself. Like,
it's him.
And on to the next one. We have a couple left right here. Troubles 000. Look at the taunts right here with the blue, and I love that blue taunt right there. That's super nice, right?
He's doing a physical next to digital, right? That's a McFarlane. Isn't that the McFarlane one? I think that's the McFarlane.
I think it is. Right, yeah. It is.
And then look on the left, he's got the Batman comic book cover, which cool. Image came from in the late 80s there, that iconic comic book. Such a cool one. Yeah, you got to love it right there for sure. And then the final one we have right here is Bad Rad. And of course, you got to love the Steamboat.
Love that.
Classic.
So good.
So good. So like I said, everybody, go to our X page, vote every week right here, and stay tuned for our VeVeVerse one that we're going to do as well next week. We'll have some thoughts around that and some plans around that. It's going to be lots of fun. And we did actually have the VeVeVerse one right here, which was actually from our beta testers. And this was last week. So, they shared some amazing stuff. And Ben, Corey and I talked just before you joined, it's about all the incredible things people are sharing right now. But this was just kind of last week where, the beta testers were still had access. And so they had a little contest, where people could just give them the most likes. And we'll do something similar as well for everybody now that everyone has access. But Casual came in first, but they all got tons of votes, right? Captain Aura came in second. And of course, Straight came in third. And then they were so close with all the other ones too, tons of. So thank you so much for everybody for, showing us all of your stuff. And if you want to look back on it, you can just click into our post there and you'll see down in the feed, all the stuff people were creating. So it's amazing. But Ben, just before we get to the VeVeVerse stuff a little bit, have you not been amazed by what we're seeing right now?
So we knew the beta testers work was amazing, but don't you just love the fact that now everyone else is in there? We've got cathedrals, we've got skate parks, we've got mazes. I mean, the level just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So those beta testers now, they're getting a run for their money.
I know. They're going to have to step up their game and all that kind 100%. Of stuff. Sure. Yeah, so stay tuned for that, everybody. And that's just a ton of fun. Now, right here, actually, this was really fun as well. And we had, and Corey and I were talking a little bit after Disney we have not done a lot of burns for Disney collectibles in our history. So, this is a pretty big, significant moment, but this is the announcement we came out with right here. And it was about our, craftable items that will be burned, the expired crafts. And we give a nice list right here. And you can read more of all of our burn programs here in the log. There's a link to the blog post right here, which talks about our comic and collectible burns as well. But yeah, these are some like the base of the Xenomorph. I remember that one. Still the scariest set that I have. I almost don't even want to scroll to that part of my collection because of the face hugger. Yeah, but these are
traumatizing childhood memories.
Yeah,
I can't think that anything would stop you smiling, Aaron. I just don't believe it.
I tell you, when the alien stuff was announced, I was super pumped about it, like a lot of people. But that face hugger was like right at the front of my app, and I love it. It's amazing. But at the same time, I was opening up my phone every day, to look at the app, and there it was, and I had to buy a few things to bump it down the line just to kind of because
it's the only thing to do.
Yeah, I know. So, Ben, but this is something that, we thought was important to do, right? Just because we had these crafts for a while that have expired. And so, removing them out of our the circulation kind of. The Groot Spider-Man, I know a lot of people have been looking at that one. So,
Exactly right.
I love all those Groots.
We're tidying up. We're getting the broom out, and we're sweeping the cobwebs out, and we're tidying things up.
Good shopkeepers, good stewards of the space.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, the comic burns already happened as well, and I know people are reacting to those, and that was a big, thing last week, where that was a big day. Ben, just want to ask you, like that, the 28th of February. I mean, what a day, hey! Wow.
Gotta love time zones too. Great that was a Saturday. Awesome.
That's right.
But it was huge, right? It was huge, and you guys will know, but a lot of the fan won't. Is that we've got a lot more stuff coming up, and here we were planning it all out, and we thought, hang on a minute, everything's happening on the same day. We might need to space things out a little bit. So having the burn and the VeVeVerse launch on the same day, I think that was enough. That was enough for one day.
Yeah, 100%.
We've done enough.
Correct. Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll give you more announcements as they come, everybody. Right here, we have our Marvel comics. Let's talk about these as well from the VeVe Comics site. We had some really great ones, Corey, come out this week. I mean, this Spider-Verse one right here has like multiple first appearances, just in case people don't know. As they expand the Spider-Verse, of course, the DuckTales. That Doctor Strange has got a Marvel Rivals cover in it, which I'm going to show you guys in a sec. But very cool stuff. If you want to go and check those out, they drop every Wednesday, same day as print, of course. And we have the Dynamite ones we'll talk about in just a second. But I really wanted to bring this one up right here because this one right here is actually this week a free comic that we've released.
You didn't say free. Did you
say
know.
Free? Can you believe it? Yes, you can get this one as the reader for free, and this little series is so fun. The homeroom heroes. I've been loving it. The new show that's come out on Disney Plus is also really great. The Friendly
Good for your kiddos.
Yeah, and it's really what the thing, Ben. You know all about this because I know you love like Sesame Street. It's really fun when you're like an adult and you have kids and stuff, and you watch these movies or read these comics or whatever. And they always slip in like, the stuff for us too, that the kids may not see.
Multi-layered. Listen, I'm not sure about this free thing though, guys. This is one of those, remember those campaigns? The boss is away, we've gone crazy. This is one of those.
This one slips through, yeah.
I might need to remind us, we are a for-profit business, so get in quick while this lasts.
Yeah, and you can pick up the limited edition one. So the reader one you can get for free and just read anywhere you want. Yeah. And if you want the limited edition one, which is scarce and everything, I believe it's the $2.99. So that's really great as well. So you can jump on that one, and that's this week. So that was one that was released. But this one right here, the Web of Spider-Verse with New Blood. There's 3 characters, including Spider Hulk. I don't know if you guys
Spider Hulk.
You see him over there? Prowler, basically Miles, Prowler Miles, Spider-Man there, which if you've seen the movie is kind of like really, there's the Prowler.
Yeah,
Miles
for sure.
Prowler,
his uncle.
Which is super cool, and how he's turned into it. And then of course we have a Count, the guy in the middle, his name is Count. And so anyway, it's just a really cool thing right there. Check that out. That's on VeVe Comics as well. And then I wanted to talk about this, Corey, with you. The Marvel Rivals covers that have been, and big shout out to Mahalo. of course, who hosted an X Space with Mask as well. Both of them were breaking down all the comics. They were talking about these covers. And of course, have you played the game, Corey?
Oh yeah, like I'm stuck in bronze with 3 characters. So the way Marvel Rivals works is you rank up, and so you can get to like Grandmaster, Celestial, and all of that. I don't have as much time as I wish I had, but I main like my right now my mains for support are Loki. I like playing Captain America to mess with people's backlines. Captain America needs to get like a buff. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that game. They've been doing a really good job giving us new skins, new maps, and just overall the experience itself. Like Moon Knight, I hate playing against people that have that character. But anyway, if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a ton of fun, and there's a lot of people in our community that are playing it, which is cool too. So
I just
it's kind of cool to connect with folks.
I assume, Corey, that you sleep sometimes at night and you probably have meals. I don't quite know when you're finding the time to do this, but I'm pretty impressed that you are.
This is research. I mean, this is almost work, staying on top of trends and what's going on with Marvel, one of our key partners in the space.
Yeah, 100%. Then we got Moon Knight with that Rivals covers were as well, the Fish of Khonshu #6. And there's one other one, and we want you guys to go find that one right here just for a little fun. Let us know in the chat if you know which one it is, but these are really cool covers amongst all the other variants that we have as well. But there's all sorts of really great things that come out every single week. And, just make sure you're following some of those shows that happen, like Mahalo's show. And of course, Ian Hinano, they do a great breakdown as well of our VeVe Comics releases every week. And they talk about the covers and they kind of get it out there. And of course, you can follow VeVe Comics as well for all the info. But really cool stuff right there. And then, of course, we have the Dynamite. I know this is why Ben's here. Because of course we got the Thundercats.
Yes,
it's the Powerpuff Girls as well. And
hey, shout out to the Powerpuff Girls too. I had to buy one of those recently, so
nice.
We're loving all of these Dynamite IPs.
Yeah, they're really good. The Powerpuff Girls is hilarious too, by the way. I don't know if anyone's read that, and Vampirella. I know Corey, you have a few of those, don't you? Or
I don't. Not a Vampirella. What is it? Barbarella? What's the other one?
We have Barbarella. And we have, of course.
It's just such a trip because, especially for Thundercats, because for me, Thundercats was just like kind of the kiddie cartoon. And so then seeing these, very serious Dynamite comics, it's like interesting. It's like I've grown and the product offering has now grown. It's like they're like the people that grew up watching this might like it as like a more adult version. And they were right. I love it. It's super cool.
Yeah, they're right here in the new this week tab right here on VeVe Comics. As always, you can see we have tons of other comics right here that have come out. Miss Fury right here, which is great from Dynamite and everything. We got the Greatest Adventure 2, the Ultimates as well. I mean, just 4 pages of amazing stuff. And we have a Blaze comics that are there as well that also dropped recently, and they're in there with this week. So you can see all 3 of those comic publishers right there. And then if you really want to check it out, and give us some titles that you might want, go to the feedback section down here as always, and you can give us some feedback about which ones you like the best. But yeah, tons of fun right here. As we move on, Ben, this is fantastic. We had Autopay announced on the 28th, that crazy day. Tell us why this is important, because I know, the time zone you're in. I mean, just obvious.
I mean, it's my fault for living in the middle of nowhere, but let me tell you, 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning for a drop. It's not a great time with the family. So the fact that we can now do the auto pay, I love it. And also apparently there are some people who don't weirdly spend all of their time on the app and on the website. So they've got jobs and other stuff to do apparently. So really pleased that people can take part in these drops irrespective of what else is going on in life. So yeah, really pleased about that. The team have done a great job, and this is our product team. They got a whole list of things that we hear you, we hear what you want, we know what we've got, what's missing, etc., etc. This was one of those things that we knew people wanted, and it was just a question of when we could fit it in. So really proud of the work that the team have done to get this live.
Yeah, it's actually really amazing too, and just people in different time zones. We know people who live in Hawaii and live all around the world. I'm at 8 a.m. Pacific time. when the drops come out. So I'm usually up and all at it, but sometimes, you know, I hit that auto pay. It's a lot of fun. So let us know in the chat if you guys used auto pay yet, how you feel about it, how it worked for you. And, you know, if it's just a lot of fun. I know internally a few of us have used it for sure. And they're just like, thank you so much. So more features to come for sure.
Can I just say a little behind the scenes? So the way we do that is we release it to team members to trial it.
Yeah.
So Corey bought himself as a collectible using Autopay. So that's how we knew it
was. Yeah, for my demo of Autopay, it was for the Epico, and I got myself as my first Autopay. So it's like a historic moment in the annals of VeVe history. Super cool.
That's double right there for sure. That's awesome. Well, and this is the Disney Collectibles burning event. And as we mentioned it a little bit earlier right here. And so we already showed all of these. So if you guys want to, like, you know, get in there and check those out, that's fantastic for sure. Right. The next thing we want to talk about right here, of course, is Gambit.
Gambit.
The Evolvables. And I think, Corey, we have something to show.
Oh, yeah. Let's switch it. We're switching it up. Scrolling. 3, 2, 1, play. What do we think, boys?
Oh, man.
So exciting.
You look good. So good.
Yeah, it's really good. The animations are really, really amazing. This one has like a really, really cool chaser too. Because a lot of time the chasers are, you know, just a little additional animation or a slight variation in colorway. This chaser is like a totally different pose that's animated. It's a really cool one, man.
Yeah, it's so awesome. We released it with some edits and some changes. Like Ben, you mentioned that just about listening to the community, you know, autopay, all those kind of things that we were like working on. And we looked at the Evolvables very closely. Corey, maybe you can just talk about that really quickly, just about, you know, why we made some edits and updates and, you know, how we're planning on kind of like, you know, expanding these things a little bit further here and listening to the feedback of the community and evolving the Evolvables.
That's it. This entire mechanic, the Evolvables product line, was designed to be modular, something that we could listen to customers, all of you that are here watching with us and collecting, and figure out what it is that makes you tick. What do you like the most? What do you dislike the most? And make minor changes over time to give you the very best experience possible. Like, we all love collecting here at VeVe. And so we want to make sure that all of you that are taking part of this are also loving it. So there's been some minor tweaks to this one to include, I believe, no burns, which I believe is probably, I like that.
So no burns. We've changed the price point. We've changed the number of editions. There's a whole lot of things in there. So yeah, we're really excited to see how this one goes.
Me too.
Irritatingly though, when I posted what I thought was a really clever teaser, Masteroni #1 came up and said, first of all, stop my money. And then, of course, everybody knew exactly what it was, which was very annoying. So I'm going to have to do a lot better on the.
Yeah, I saw that. You were like riding high on that gate, and then they found out they got you right away. They got
just in a second, just straight away.
You know what it is? It's like they're used to the hard stuff now, and like you got to go. Maybe you go like super like obvious, and then they'll be like, no, this is too obvious. Like on your next one, you can kind of trick them. But here's the blog, everybody. All the information's in there. And like we're saying, we don't have the burns in there now. You get to keep your collectible as you move through the process, which is some feedback that we listened to as well. And of course, we adjusted the price, the edition sizes and everything. And so, you know, this is just the highest level of collectible that you could imagine right here with one of the best characters of all time. So we got the common and the common special edition, the trench coat tactician. And of course, this one is the blind box drop right here. It's on the 8th right here, coming up for 15 gems right here, which is amazing. So you get 4,900 editions on that common. And he's got the unmistakable style and presence. I mean, you guys have seen the Wolverine and Deadpool movie, right? I mean, such an amazing job with him coming out. So
yeah, the artist and the creative director were talking about how important it was to them for the facial expressions to really reflect the spirit and essence of the character. And so Marco Minto, who has crafted some beautiful things. We're going to try to get some. I know all of you have been asking. We are working on it, I promise. But one of the primary sculptors is Marco Minso for some of these collectibles, and he is most notably known for doing the Wolverine facial swaps for the actual movies. So making the facial SFX reconstructions for all of the different Logan, Wolverine, like all those different ones. And so his level of detail in anatomy in general, and more specifically faces, it's just adding a new high level for us in terms of what we can do with it. So hopefully in the near future, we'll get to have some sculpting sessions with him that we get to share with all of you. But I think they did a good job, like capturing the spirit and essence of this character in the face.
Absolutely incredible right here. The special edition right here, glowing. He's got the poker chips glowing with animated kinetically charged pink flames, showcasing his unique mutant power. Only 100 available right here at 15 gems. That's in the blind box right here, which is absolutely awesome, right? And so then the next one we have right here, of course, is the uncommon, which is animated as well. And this is the Combat Master. This is the craft. So it's 10 gems to craft this one, 3,000 editions right here. And he has his glowing bow staff held at the ready. You may have seen him in that little clip that we just showed. The collectible highlights Gambit's agility and combat prowess. So this happens at 9 a.m. just after the blind box, everybody. So we're right back to back on that. I mean, this one's super cool with his.
This is a really nice subtle animation. You're getting a little bit of movement in the actual jacket, but that bow staff that he's holding, whenever you tap this collectible, at first it's not energized. And whenever you tap it, he just flicks his wrist ever so slightly, and then you get that beautiful energy flow, electricity and all of that good stuff flowing through it. It's really, really slick. It looks really, really nice. Really subtle.
What's cool now is, when you see the textures, now we know these things are built for the VeVeVerse. These things are built for virtual reality. So now you can imagine what the reflections are going to look like when you have the lighting and the movement. All of a sudden, your collectible just comes to life in a whole new different way. I mean, look at the textures there. Let's see what the lights look like reflecting off those. It's going to look amazing.
It's incredible. Look at the jacket with the details in the jacket right there. It's absolutely incredible. List price 10, 250 MCP points right here. No burn, right? So like I said, you craft and then you keep that one and you go on, that way you can just, move your way along for sure, right? And this one right here, of course, is the rare. And of course, again,
really good.
That's my favorite. Love that one. Look at that.
And it's because what makes this one, there's a lot of things that make this specific collectible really impressive. One is the reflection of the energy against the face. So you're seeing that interaction. But this one, he takes that card and he brings it down, and you saw it in that little preview teaser that we just did. He flips the card through his fingers, which from a design standpoint, our production team and the artists behind them just did an amazing job, because that's not easy to do, to take an object and manipulate it through fingers. And the result, I think, is absolutely worth the effort.
Yeah. It's hard to do in real life. Imagine making. That's
what I was going to say, Ben. I was going to ask if Corey was the hand model for that. Like, they put the glove on you and they did that.
No.
So this one right here, this is the X-Men Ace right here. Like you said, his left hand grips this charged bow staff, adding intensity and highlighting his combat style. And he's holding the playing card as he flicks his fingers to spin the card, like you said. 15 gems on that, 1,900 editions right here. This happens at 9 a.m. as well. So these are all just coming out at the same time, guys. You can just go through. You don't have to burn the one that you land before that. You just collect it all the way through, which is amazing. 500 MCP points on that one as well. And then, of course, we have the ultra rare. Now, this one is even more with the cards going. I mean,
this is the most impressive, in my opinion. It's the most impressive by far, because you're getting a whole array of cards that are circling the character. And what Gambit does is he reaches out and grabs one and then flicks it. And as the cards rotate, the missing card that he had taken and thrown regenerates behind his back. So it's a seamless transition of effects. And it's just really, really impressive to look at.
Looks like Ben too, Josh.
No, it does not. Can you take that down? Ridiculous. So one of the things that I think is interesting about this drop is the timing, right? So one of the pieces of feedback that we got was the 5 days is too long. So our theory going into it was People are going to want time to kind of work out what's going on for the next drop, get ready for the next one, so that they're kind of in good shape to take part in all 5. But actually, in reality, what happened was people said, you know what, 5 days is a long time. Love you guys, but I've kind of got other stuff to do on the other 4 days. So let's just bring that together. So that's why we're doing that all in the one go. And so again, it's about with Evolvables, there's all these different levers that we can pull, and we're focusing on getting it right for you guys. So let's see how you like this one and how the different aspects work.
Yeah, exactly. This is the rare right here that we talked about that we just a second ago. 20 gems right here. I mean, think about that. 20 gems. That's amazing. 800 editions on that ultra rare. 1,000 MCP right here. No burn as well. So that's great. And then, of course, we have the secret rare right here, which is fully animated as well. Just attack mode. Just super awesome. I mean, what can you say, Corey?
No. The unique thing about this is the cool thing about digital collecting is we can display and showcase collectibles in a way that the physical world can't quite replicate. Don't get me wrong, there are some absolutely beautiful physicals of Gambit that exist. But if you wanted to show these cards being energized and thrown as a physical collectible, they essentially have to make a semi-transparent resin that sort of looks like a big blob in front of the character. But us, on the other hand, we can actually just show it exactly how it would be if you were watching it in a movie or playing it in a video game. And it looks exactly like that whenever you place it in AR, your showroom, or now the VeVeVerse. So this, in my opinion, is probably the most unique and accurate rendition of Gambit that exists, like in the world right now. There's nothing comparable to what this is. So it's really cool.
Are you saying that blockchain technology, AR, and VR make digital collectibles unique?
Huh. Isn't that wild? Isn't that a crazy thing?
Wait, big shout out to a couple of our big creators in the chat too. We got VeVe Magic, like you said, she's here.
This is what I mean, by the way.
Oh, yeah, here's that as well.
Here's like an Iron Man collectible where guided energy is being launched out of the hand, right? And this is how they have to do it in the physical world for the most part. So imagine this is purple for Gambit. Look at what we can do. It's just such a huge difference.
The Iron Man as well that we have already, Corey, right there. I mean, the 3 poses, the flying, the blasting, like, I mean, it's you make such a good point on that. It's awesome. And here's the craft right here. It's only 300 secret rares at 30 gems. And of course, it's 2,000 points for the MCP on that one. No burn on your ultra rare as well. So all of these are coming out. This is going to be great. One thing I wanted to show you right here is this will be posted out a little bit. This is the set right here. This is amazing as well. This is for MCP. If you collect the whole set, you earn the 15.75 per day. As we know, MCP is like super important. And you get that 100-point bonus for collecting the set. Of course, you get the bonuses for, obviously going to the store. And there's, bonuses each day for doing stuff in the market. So we have our full articles. We'll tweet this out with some more information about it as well. But you get them all right there. And the special edition is outside the set. So that one's on its own unique thing. So you don't have to, you can collect that one separately. But what an incredible set right here. But there is one thing I wanted to show you guys. Just before we go any further, is this guy right here.
The FA.
Let's not forget about the FA.
The
FA. For those of you watching who maybe think we're speaking Greek, that's first appearance. And for us on VeVe, that means the first time that character was presented in a collectible format. That is the first appearance. There will only ever be one first appearance for each character. And the same goes for comics. We have a lot. I believe we have Gambit's first appearance comic as well on VeVe. You got that loaded up? I bet you do.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you do, Aaron.
Here
there it is.
X-Men 266. This is classic with those amazing VeVe exclusive ultra rare and rare covers right here. So you can match these up. And the best part is, Ben, is you can put this all together in the VeVeVerse now.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Show them all and stuff. It's going to be amazing. So, but yeah, this little dude right here is he glows. He's a lot of fun too. So I know a lot of people love that one as well.
and this is an interesting thing about our product offerings on VeVe is we have everything from your sort of chibi kind of pop style toys to very high level, very detailed collectibles. And so to showcase that, I'll show that AR video one last time, and then let's move forward. So good.
I know, right? Now it's time for us to start talking about the VeVeVerse, though, and we do have that video up as well, so we're going to do back to back. But Ben, the villas came out. We're going to show them on screen in just a second right here, but we have that video we want to share right here about it. But the villas came out, and people are reacting. Can you just let us know why that was so important? I know it worked internally on that to give people another amazing space to create and have fun with. But
totally. So it's all about surprise and delight. So we've got a plan. When we launch something, we've got an ongoing plan, but we want to make sure that everyone gets comfortable with the VeVeVerse, and then we start to drop additional bits and pieces. And so this was really important because people some people want to get in and build every single element. Some people just want to get in and actually just upload their collectibles and hang out. So we want to make this a space where everybody can collect and engage in the way that they want to, and so this was really important. And so this was for free. It was for everybody. There's a version with, a version without the fittings, and we're really pleased to be able to give this to everybody, and stoked at how people have just taken it and run with it. So yeah, really, really pleased.
Let's check it out, Corey. You want to roll the vid? I can roll the vid right here. The Villa promo. It's beautiful.
That's so VeVeVerse.
Cool.
Hey, can we give a shout out to Dan Crothers? So Dan is really leading the charge with VeVeVerse, and so he's done a lot of work on this and continues to do a lot of work on this. Everybody across the organization does, but it's really driven by Dan. So I think it's appropriate that his avatar is showing us around. But yeah, really proud of the work that the team have done on this. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have two spaces right here. We have the furnished, which is what you're seeing right now, and this is just a walkthrough. This is part of the stuff was in the video as well. And then of course we have the unfurnished one, which is the empty one where you can just do whatever you want. But this is so cool. We get the little preview right here. I want to move in. Is there any way that we can is this based upon anyone's house that we know?
Dan's house was
I wish.
Well, back in the day, when the Sims video game came out, the original Sims one from the early 2000s, I played that one like you wouldn't believe. And, I actually did recreate my own, my own house itself, my own floor. So I'm really curious to see what people are going to do with that. If they're going to create their own spaces, they're like their home spaces, because you can do that. You can build your own in the VeVeVerse. You can do whatever you can build amazing, obviously fantasy structures and everything else. But this is the empty one right here. We're looking at right here. This is the other villa right here, which has got like the, just empty with up to your own creativity, which is absolutely amazing as well. So
it's perfect. It's a perfect compliment. Having it empty and having it filled. There's some people that don't have the time to go in and build an amazing space. We appreciate all of you that can do that. There's even some really inventive people in our community that are already building spaces for other people, which is another cool feature of the VeVeVerse is you can invite someone into your space and you can give them creative control to build and manipulate that space for you. So if you see, you're scrolling socials and you're like, holy smokes, well, how did they do that? Just send them a message and be like, hey, I love what you did. Is there any way I can get you to come into my space and do that for me? And you can all work out something. It's really, really fun.
Have you seen the clothing too with the avatars?
I know. The clothing's really cool as well.
DC pudding cheeks.
Short shorts and his cowboy hat.
That's got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen, right? So that's super awesome as well. And, I think, like you said, Ben, you were talking about this being version 1, right? So we want everyone's feedback 100% on this one.
Well, I mean, from day one, we've launched updates and started dropping new things, and we said this is the beginning of a journey. We want this to be the place the world collects, and people collect in different ways. Some people are going to want to spend, their hours and time and show their skills in building. Others are just going to want to hang out, and so we want to make sure that this is accessible for both kinds, and for absolutely everybody to feel comfortable and included and come and hang out and connect with others.
Yeah, for sure. And that's happening all the time. And big shout out to our content creators who are out there who are giving us great tutorials. We have our own tutorials as well that we put up that we're posting every day on our own YouTube channel. But the tutorials that are coming from our content creators, like, there's a lot that are making them right now. Collectibles
Really
Digital and just everybody. I mean, the space that we have with BE and Informant, Masteroni, he was building on the fly. I mean, like, people, just to name a couple, right? But like everybody's like really helping each other out. And our Discord is a huge resource for you guys. Make sure you head into our Discord. That's where like a lot of the beta testers are. That's where the chat's going on. If you have a question, you can ask it right there, get it answered. Like maybe people can help you out immediately. It's such an amazing time. And I haven't seen this kind of crazy activity in a long time. It's been so wild since the launch date. Ben, have you been really pleased about how many people have downloaded it and got in there?
Yeah, huge. We don't take for granted the fact that our community is so active and so passionate and so engaged. And so, other projects would absolutely kill to be able to have such a community that we do. So, we've launched this thing, we've given you the tools, but wow, you have just taken it and run the new shows, the live streams, the podcasts, the videos, the stills that you guys are creating, not us, but that you guys are creating. That's what brings the space to life. And so, yeah, we could be happier and couldn't be more excited about how the community really embraced it.
Now, we do have a couple of other things to show you right here. This is actually going out. It's going to be tweeted out, but this is already available right now. We have 60 new materials that are available. This is a little announcement for everybody right here. This is brand new, so we'll be tweeting this out, but these are available right now for you to continue to decorate and build and have some fun in there. Of course, you can see that we got some new stuff, and this is just part of the updates. Hey, Ben, we're just going to keep on improving, adding.
So, Aaron, so when we launched, I heard a few concerns in the community about the fact there's going to be a paid version and the free one's not going to be very good. So, how much are these updates costing?
I don't know.
$0.
Is it? How long were you gone, Ben?
Ben's gonna go talk to finance. So $0 on all of this stuff.
Can we stop giving stuff away for free, guys?
Free comics, free villas, free materials. I don't know.
We went out to lunch and we're all, but yeah, these are free right here. They're already in there. They're already there for you. We just haven't tweeted it out, but we just wanted to show you guys here just for fun. So look for this tweet and check it out. And have any questions, let us know in the feedback tab, of course. But that we're just going to keep it moving on and having such a great time. Now, we do have to. Well, here's a little shot of them right here. I love how they're in block format right here. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this one.
It's really, really nice.
This is very cool. I can't get over it, right? So right here, I wanted to talk about the comic. We're just going to move on now from the VeVeVerse. And
I mean, is that cover amazing or what?
It's a comic drop today. This is the first. This is the death of Karen Page, and this is Daredevil right here. So this is number 5, and this came out this morning. And what an absolutely awesome cover right there. A VeVe exclusive. And, let us know which one you got. You could have used the Autopay feature on that one too, which is great, which we're trying to remind everybody for every post. But really great comic. These exclusive covers are just, we saw the Gambit ones earlier as well. I mean, our artist, Corey, I know you get a chance to see these and work with some of these artists. Isn't it just the most incredible thing that they're on our platform, that we get them here and the community gets them.
It's amazing. And in this comic specifically, I think a lot of people just kind of go collect, and they're like, that comic case is worth this much. But Marvel Knights is what this is. And Marvel Knights was a big initiative that Marvel rolled out where they took some of the characters that had kind of been forgotten about or hadn't had really successful runs in a long time and wrote new stories and basically extended the budget for the writers and the authors to really kind of blue sky some of these concepts. And so from the Marvel Knights era, and you'll see that placard right there on the right underneath that Daredevil logo, you see Marvel Knights
right here.
Out of the Marvel Knights was a massive sort of reinvigoration of these characters And that really defined who these characters are right here, right now. So like Black Panther was resurrected by Marvel Knights. Daredevil got a lot of love in Marvel Knights. So
yeah,
beyond just how amazing and beautiful these are, there's some huge historical value to some of these in terms of what they meant to Marvel in general and these characters.
Right, exactly. And that's what I love about, we've dropped a lot. Marvel's dropped a lot of, massive, like, as you call them, IRL grails or key first appearance comics over the years on this platform. But there's also those important, like, historical moment ones, like you talked about here. We've dropped a few recently, especially with Daredevil, the first meeting of him and the Punisher and all that. Like, these moments in time that are really key that people love to collect that actually signify changes in direction of, like, how Marvel is writing. If you're really into comics, it's super cool to see these stories show up here and read them again and be able to, like, get new covers and with artists, like, giving their own. I mean, look at how good this looks right here. I mean, imagine the VeVeVerse, like, as a, like,
Yeah,
and then of course, you can see why we got the secret rare right here with, of course, this kind of like in the church and everything with the stained glass windows shining through. And then of course the variant is obviously that kind of stained glass style, which is amazing. And of course really the covers are by Phil Noto right here. So super lucky to have him.
Absolutely. I think it's the first Phil Noto cover we have too.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have 24/7 comics right here coming out with Zero Goes. This is tomorrow and on a Friday drop. So mark your calendars, get the auto pay ready. This one's beautiful. Of course, we love our partnership with 24/7 Comics. They do such an amazing job. The covers on this one are amazing, Corey. Ben, I mean, you got to love it. You just got to love it right here. The Death of Angel Strike right here. So number
I love
2.
it.
Yeah, look at these covers right here. I mean,
the nice thing about 24/7 Comics is 24/7 Comics, that company itself is basically each writer, each artist, and each creator within that sort of has a stake in that company.
Yeah.
And they maintain all the rights to everything they create. And so for me, the exciting thing about Zero Ghost and really everything coming out of 24/7 is the potential, because they own the rights to everything. They're pushing to make television shows, web series, movies, games, and they have the control over that. They're not owned by a large company that then owns all those rights, and then it can get muddled in the actual production. So for me, the cool thing about this is not only are we getting awesome stories and covers and art, the potential of snagging a comic that might someday be a headline character on a major network. You don't get those opportunities very often. We call that spec books in the comic world, like speculative books. Like maybe this comic and this first appearance character will do something. There's a lot of comics on Marvel, that featured a first appearance that didn't matter until the MCU rolled around.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Used that character in a movie, and suddenly now that comic has a lot of relevance to collectors. And so that's why I love 24/7. It's just like, you don't know. Like, so I try to grab everything I can from them.
The greatest example of that to me is the Walking Dead series.
Yeah,
which
100%.
Comics came out early. The show hadn't even come out yet. No one really knew a lot about it, but the comics were amazing. And people were picking those up. I saw them in a comic shop just one day randomly. A year before the show even came out, bought one. I was like, wow, this is because I love zombie movies and stuff. I just can't help it, right? But that was a perfect example of about a year later, all of a sudden, boom,
Correct.
Like the comic blew up. You know what it is. It's a cultural phenomenon now, the whole Walking Dead series and everything. And so that's a really great point you made, Corey. But I mean, check it out. Only 2,000 editions on this across all of them right here with a secret rare that has 80. I mean, these are amazing. Brian Ching right here, Aranga, the standard cover. So check it out. This is coming out tomorrow. Hit that auto pay. Ben, just hit the auto pay. Just, grab yourself a nice tea, go to sleep, and then just bing, it's yours. We'll see what you get.
But support some of those smaller publishers on the platform, because we've got more to come, and we want to make sure that we grow this platform for all comic publishers, large and small. So please do check these guys out because they're doing great work.
Absolutely. For sure. And we just announced it's Jeff, number 1 in his first series right here. The land shark, hilarious.
It's like it's the most ridiculous character in Marvel Rivals because he swallows everything in a radius, including allies. And so a good Jeff on your team in Marvel Rivals is a boon. A evil Jeff will swallow everyone and throw them off of a cliff. So I love that.
I want to shout out to Mahalo as well. Mahalo was the very first to say when Jeff, and so Mahalo, the answer is now.
It's Jeff. By the way, look at that exclusive cover over there on the ducky. You see that? Read the blog. The blog's live. You can get into all this. This is coming out and only in store for 30 days. Like I said, with these Marvel comics, it's amazing. And we also just announced this right here. This is the auction with Mark Brooks, X of Swords #1, the 1-of-1 artist proof. I mean, again, this is back-to-back Mark Brooks, and just incredible. I mean, look at the art.
So good.
I know. This is starting next Monday, right? Coming up after the weekend. So, I mean, if I have a 1-of-1 in your collection, I mean,
such a flex.
Something that I don't have, and one day maybe.
Well, and now you could flex it in the VeVeVerse, and you can invite people over and just casually show them your 1-of-1.
No big deal.
Just a casual 1-of-1 gallery flex.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be absolutely amazing right here for sure. So those are all available to everybody right here, and thanks so much for all of that. And stay tuned for more news and announcements coming up, of course, right here. And like I said, if you're hung out the whole live stream here, we have a chance to win a VeVe collectible in the chat. Thanks to OMW and Josh for your awesome support right here. Thanks to all our content creators for doing amazing work in the community.
We appreciate
and
you.
Just like sharing everything, giving people a space to share their creations. Just giving tutorials, helping each other out. I've seen the community just come together like so amazingly beautifully this week. And but Corey, we wanted to end our live stream today with some sad news.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure some of you have seen on socials the news about Kevin Lee Loader unfortunately passing over the weekend. Just a key member of our community. We're big friends of VeVe going all the way back. Kevin, as well as the Comics and Crypto crew, that group of Sean, Spencer, and Kevin, who you can see in the pictures there, have supported VeVe over the years, from convention footage to post-producing us hype reels. And Kevin, if anyone knew Kevin or dealt with him in any sort of way, you would know what a light he was. One of those guys where he'd be lugging a huge camera through a convention, just drenched with sweat, just working so hard to do the job, but would still stop and talk to you. And, there's some people you talk to and they stop everything they're doing and they're so invested in that moment with you. And that was Kevin. Kevin devoted everything he had to whatever it was he was working on, whether that was work or whether that was a relationship or whether that was a conversation. And so he will definitely be missed. And Roth Rind was kind enough, because Roth, obviously great friends in that same location, put together a video memorial that we'd be able to play at the end of this. And there will be more to come. But, condolences to everyone who is very, very close to Kevin, myself included. So kind of crushing news. But we will celebrate his life. We will remember the things that he did and did well. And the way we do that is by incorporating some of those key things that he brought and including that in who we are. And so that's what I will do. I will focus more of my time, and whenever I'm doing one-on-ones with people, I'll take a little bit of Kevin with me. So that's how I will celebrate his life.
100%. Beautifully said, Corey. And Kevin, to me, was just one of the nicest and friendliest guys you ever meet. Just embodied everything about collecting that you would ever imagine, and just the passion for everything he did. So Roth, Metaverse Life, he supplied us with this amazing video. He did it for, obviously, not for the channel here, but he allowed us to show it today for you guys. It's on his X page. I encourage you to go and share some love, support. And Corey, if you wanted to sign us off, Ben, I don't know if you want to say anything at the end here as well, but we're going to sign off the video with that little video in just a moment.
No, let's let Roth's film do the talking.
Sounds great. We love you, everybody. We'll see you in the next live stream. Take care, and have a great day.
All right, I got my Skype. Yeah. Uncle Papito. No.
Oh.
As you can see, I am in the middle of something.
Uncle Pappy, just wanted to say what's up. Thanks for the opportunity, and I won't let you down.
You have a collect call from
Hey, no.
You're my only nephew.
What's your name? Kevin. F you, Kevin. F you. And f you.
And that's when I realized all of his films are about time. Memento's The Deception of Time, Inception's Deeper Levels of Time, Interstellar's about the manipulation of time, Tenet, that's a waste of time, but Dunkirk!
I got a new pet. Name's Big Bob. Apparently he's a pit bull shih tzu mix.
Okay.
Get my surrogate out!
Christmas is nothing but a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, floor-flushing, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of shit it is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Great food, no changes. You too, Bob. These are mine.